The BRICS bloc and the dollar's destiny, winds of change in the global financial landscape. Shifting geopolitical tides. In recent years, the global geopolitical landscape has experienced significant tremors. On one hand, the European Union and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, have undergone a revival, reaffirming their positions on the global stage. On the other hand, the Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, BRICS bloc has not only expanded its role but also opened its doors to new members, marking a milestone confirmed at the recent Johannesburg summit. These dynamics are driving a gradual shift away from the Western-dominated global order, giving rise to a more uncertain and multipolar era. BRICS Quest for Recognition. The BRICS bloc, often seen as a collective voice representing the global South, is increasingly channeling feelings of resentment towards Western powers. Lingering historical legacies of colonialism and imperialism, compounded by punitive sanctions imposed by leading Western nations, fuel this growing discontent. Furthermore, the failure to reform key global governance systems, including institutions like the United Nations, UN, Security Council, and the World Trade Organization, adds to the sense of disillusionment. India and China, systemic rivals. While BRICS is a symbol of unity against Western dominance, it's crucial to understand that within this coalition, India and China stand as systemic rivals. The rivalry between these two giants is poised to intensify due to factors such as nationalism, territorial disputes, and competition in the South China Sea. While many nations in the global South aspire for an alternative to US hegemony, they are reluctant to swap one dominant power for another. BRICS expansion and global response. The recent decision to include Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates (UAE) into BRICS from January 2024 is significant. However, it raises an important question: how will the United States and its Western allies react to a club that challenges their global dominance? Contrary to BRICS Plus members, the West, which encompasses North America, the European Union, and countries like Japan and South Korea, shares common values and constitutes a significantly larger economic group than an expanded BRICS. Nevertheless, the election of leaders advocating inward-looking policies could potentially fracture Western unity. Dollar's destiny in a changing landscape. In economic terms, China's average income currently stands at about 26% of that of the United States, with no immediate prospects of reaching parity. Population dynamics, however, tell a different story. While BRICS Plus may eventually surpass the West in economic size, the much-discussed de-dollarization of the global economy is likely to be a gradual process. It may take approximately 2 decades for BRICS Plus to challenge the dominance of the US dollar. The BRICS nations share a common aspiration to reduce their reliance on the US dollar in international trade and finance. This endeavor has led to various initiatives, such as establishing alternatives to the dollar-dominated SWIFT payment system. However, replacing the US dollar as the global standard for oil and gas pricing remains a distant prospect, despite the inclusion of Saudi Arabia and the UAE as new BRICS members. In summary, while the BRICS expansion and its drive to reduce dollar dependency signify winds of change in the global financial landscape, the dollar's dominance is unlikely to fade quickly. The transition to a more multipolar financial world will likely be gradual, characterized by the emergence of various regional currency blocs, rather than a single, all-encompassing alternative to the US dollar.
Thanks for watching. God Kuber bless you with fame and wealth.